Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request from Movie Guide 2005. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, random thought streams, commentaries, video game playthrough for an hour, full playthrough, tier list ranking, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly in my PayPal. I do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And this is for Commando, which actually I believe in October will get its anniversary. It came out in 1985, October. Did well at the box office, not as well as Rambo 2, but 1985 was a great year for action films. Rambo First Blood Part 2, Commando, Invasion USA, Death Wish 3, American Ninja. A lot of fun action films in that year. Of course, you had even without action, you had Back to the Future and I think Fright Night. I mean, you had a lot of great films that year. Now, Commando is one of those films that is always fun to watch. One of my favorite Arnold films. I would say Predator is still my favorite. This is easily in the top 5, maybe even the top 3. It's very quotable. It's very fast-paced. It has a lot of action. Very cartoony, but a lot of fun. And there's always that debate of, well, which do you like more, Rambo 2 or Commando? I think I've answered this before. Rambo First Blood Part 2, I do prefer. Because Rambo 2, people don't find it silly I say this, but it tried to be more real. It's over the top. To me, it was just more intense, and I got into the story more, and I got into, the spectacle with the gunship and the C4 arrows and the music by Jerry Goldsmith and a helicopter firefight and all that stuff. The speech at the end, I always enjoyed Rambo's speech. But Rambo First Part 2 is one of my favorite films of all time. So I do prefer that over Commando. But Commando is a fun movie. It is a fun fucking movie. Very simple plot. Mark L. Lester, who did Class of 1984, would go on the direct Showdown in Little Tokyo. Obviously, this is after Arnold did The Terminator, and that was successful. So, hey, he's a guy who terminated a lot of people in that. What if he did that as a good guy? Okay, have it be Commando. Somehow, somewhere, someone's going to pay. And also, you got, Stallone coming out with Rambo 2, so you have, these competing action stars, and I'm going to kill more people than you. I'm going to use more guns than you. Commando knows what it is, and it's not ashamed of itself. I think that's one of the reasons why Commando works. It knows what kind of movie it is. Arnold, however you want to feel about him now, back then he knew who he was. I think that was what made Arnold smart back in the day about his career, about his choices. He knew who he was. He knew he was not Gene Hackman. He was not Robert Redford. He was not Al Pacino. His body was an asset, so show the body off. It seems like you do one-liners. He was a big presence. He had charisma. Showcase that. And bigger-than-life movies. I think that's what The Rock tried to do, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and that's why he was choosing movies like, now it's just, what franchise did I get myself into? G.I. Joe 2, what was it? Fast and Furious, stuff like that. Black Adam, DC. Or I'm going to do stuff that will be hopefully commercially viable, which is what Arnold was trying to do. But I think Arnold was much more successful in that. And like I said, the movie is just, I forgot how fast-paced this film was. It's, without the end credits, it's like an hour and 20-some minutes. And it started with a bang where you have the bad guys killing different good guys as garbage men or other stuff. And I mean, the story, like I said, is simple. Arnold is with his daughter, played by Alyssa Milano. People come in saying your men's being hunted down. Looks like you're next. We don't know who it is. When they leave, almost a minute later, they get attacked. Arnold kicks a bit of ass. He just knocked out. Finds out that we have your daughter. You need to go kill this guy. Arnold's like, okay, but then fuck that. I'm going to escape. I don't want to rescue my daughter. I don't want to kill this guy, get some information, to get to this guy. Then kill him and get some information, then get to this guy, and then find where it's at and kill a full island full of fucking bad guys. The end. And sometimes that's what you want. Sometimes what you want in a movie is a simple plot with a sense of humor. If you have one-liners, make them work. And Arnold definitely knew how to make them work. And Steven D'Souza, who helped write the film. And have a fast pace. And like I said, combination of so much quotable, funny one-liners. And lots of action. Arnold at his peak, body-wise. It gave the audience what they want. That fantasy wish fulfillment of, you want, if someone took someone you love, you want to kick their ass, go kick the shit out of them. And Arnold did. He kicked the shit out of everybody. Killed everybody. And a good cast, too. Not just Arnold. You got Rae Dawn Chong, Alyssa Milano, Vernon Wells as your villain Bennett. Vernon Wells, of course, was in The Road Warrior. He had a bit part in Weird Science. You also have David Patrick Kelly, who was in The Warriors. Come on, play. He was in 48 Hours. He was in John Wick. You have The Crow he was in. You have Bill Duke, who would later be in Predator with Arnold. Dan Hedaya, which he was in the Stallone film Daylight. He's been in a lot of stuff. So, very good cast. Even Bill Paxton makes a little brief role in this. Which I wonder if maybe they saw the Terminator, or hey, that guy Bill Paxton, just get him in this part. Obviously they saw the Terminator, remember they go, hey, that guy there, let's get him in here for this. I don't know. I'd be curious of how Bill Paxton got that part. It's a very tiny role, but I wonder how that worked out. And I mean, there's a lot to like about this film. From the opening with the garbage men. Oh, I'm afraid you miss me. Oh, don't worry. We won't. And Bill Duke has a good job playing that deadpan style. Like when he's at the car place. And he's like, you know what I like best? Well, what? The price. And he revs the car and he runs the guy over because that's his target. So Bill Duke, great asset to it. The introduction of Arnold, where you see the bulging biceps and him carrying a big fucking tree. And you have this imposing figure. And then you have, yeah, maybe considered cheesy or corny or campy or cartoony. But, you know, I like the opening. Maybe it's nostalgia. But, yeah, I get it. I mean, it looks like a commercial for Hallmark. The ice cream, they're feeding a little deer. If you took a picture, it'd be like in some digest about nature or something as they're feeding the deer. And you have this, like, whimsical music. But I like it. It fits the tone of the movie. I like the score by James Horner, but I will say, well, number one, I think Jerry Goldsmith's score in Rambo 2 is miles better. Number two, I do like the score, but sometimes the music is a bit too reminiscent of 48 Hours. It's still a good score. It still has a lot of its own flavor. Like when Arnold's gearing up at the end, and then you have the hero shot, and the music like da 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 na na na. It fits. But sometimes it's like, am I listening to Commando or the score to 48 Hours? Because sometimes James Horner would have that bad habit of redoing his old stuff. So I do like the score. It's just sometimes it sounds too much like 48 Hours score. And a lot of the dialogue is actually pretty funny. Early on, there's one that would not. People would get a bug up their ass about it, where Arnold's reading a magazine and he's like, now why don't they just call him Girl George? To cut down the confusion. So, if you remember Boy George, everybody's calling him a girl, he's a girly man, he's a sissy. He's a pussy, he's a femboy, he's a pussy. Should call him Girl George, he's a pussy. But now it'd be like, oh my god, how dare he, he's shaming. He's homophobic. I don't know what the hell. I don't even know, Boy George, what. I don't care. They just say something to get easily offended. But fuck that shit. It's the 80s. Who gives a shit? And all the... I could sit here and talk 5 minutes about all the dialogue that just works. You gotta... And I told him you don't cooperate, right? Ron shoots a guy in the head. You're a funny guy, Sully. That's why I'll kill you last. Remember, Sully, I promised I'd kill you last? That's right, you did. I lied. When he's forced to get on the airplane and then quickly kills the guy, he's like, don't disturb my friend, he's dead tired. This was the first time he repeated the line, because he said, I'll be back in the Terminator. This is where it became the catchphrase, because this is the film right after, and he says, I'll be back to Bennett, to Vernon Wells. And people, oh yeah, that's the line he said in the Terminator. And then he would say that line throughout The Running Man and various other films. There's the bit between him and Bill Duke. Well, Bill Duke is like, this green beret's gonna kick your ass. I ate green berets for breakfast, and right now I'm very hungry. Fuck you, asshole. And then the gun's empty. Fuck you, asshole. It just... what happened to Sully? I let him go. Some people may say the word cheesy. To me, it's fun. It's like James Bond. And that's, I'm sure, one of the reasons that came about is because I know Arnold himself is a big James Bond fan, especially Sean Connery. And one of the ways True Lies got made is, hey, let's do a James Bond type of movie. And those one-liners worked. And the deadpan delivery of Arnold in his prime, he knew how to sell. Same within The Running Man. How about the light? Hey, Christmas tree, follow me, light bulb. Here's Sub-Zero, now Plane Zero. They're fun. They put a smile on your face. There's a great exclamation point to a kill or some other thing that happens. And I do imagine like being in the theater, and this would be like a crowd pleaser in the theater. Laughing at the one-liners. Oh yeah, with the action. I don't know why I sound like the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah. And again, Arnold knew he was commodity of his body. And they took advantage of it for the over-the-top nature of it. Instead of just grabbing a guy from a phone booth, have him lift the fucking thing and slam it like a goddamn fireman suplex or whatever. Ready for the body slam entire fucking telephone booth. Let's have him beat up a bunch of guards and swing like Tarzan through the fucking mall. Let's have here's a car. He lifts the whole car to lift it back up, and it goes at such a fast pace. I mean, it's violent too. The very beginning, when some people get shot, you see the blood squibs, which they can't do nowadays. Apparently, I don't know why. Safety. Well, that's the person's job, is to make sure it's safe. Do your fucking job that other people did for years and years. God damn. So yeah, there's the showing the bad guys, showing Arnold and his daughter, his command. The guy Kirby comes in saying, "Hey, your men are being killed." They get shot at. Arnold going to get his guns, shoots the guy. You don't cooperate? Yes. Right. Wrong. Shoots the guy. Drives his fucking dead truck down the hill, rolls it down the hill to try to get to them. Punches a few, gets knocked out, wakes up, is told to go kill this guy. He's like, no, fuck you. They threaten his daughter. He gets on the plane. He kills the guy, breaks his neck, jumps off the. Now, when he's on the plane and he drops, that effect is really bad. There's a wide shot where he's like falling. It's 1985 to be fair, but that looked really bad. It's only brief. It's very quick, but it's a very bad. I don't know, optical shot, whatever it was. Rae Dawn Chong, she's someone Arnold meets because David Patrick Kelly is supposed to be watching to make sure he gets on the plane. He tries to hook up with Rae Dawn Chong. She says no. And again, the way people talked in the 80s, he's like, you fucking whore. People won't say that. And I'm like, but that's a bad guy. It's fine if a bad guy says that because he's a fucking bad guy. People say that shit in real life. But it'll hurt people's feelings. It's a bad guy. He's supposed to hurt your fucking feelings. And Arnold gets her help. Go to the mall where David Patrick Kelly went to. Arnold wants Rae Dawn Chong to help him, but she doesn't know what's going on, so she tells a guard. The other guards go. I forget, I don't know who this guy is, but the one guard, his line reading where he's like, he's one gigantic motherfucker. I want to know who that guy is. I want to talk to that guy. Because he like took that one line and made it funny. I mean, like, who is that guy? Who is the giant motherfucker guy? Like, you gigantic motherfucker. I want to know who that guy. I want to hear his story. And they even do the old school. Everyone gets on you, and you do the. And everybody flies back, and he's punching people. He even does like this one double fist punch on a guy, like. Whew. He even does like a judo chop on a guy. It's weird though that when he's chasing David Patrick Kelly in the car, he actually stops to pick up Rae Dawn Chong. I don't really know why he stops, because why would he stop to pick up this girl Rae Dawn Chong when if I stop he may get away, and why does he think he needs Rae Dawn Chong for? You know what I mean? So that moment's a bit weird watching it, and I'm like, why does he stop to pick up Rae Dawn Chong? She's like, stop, damn it. I'm like, why? Why does he stop? He's got the car. He's got to catch up this guy so he doesn't tell, and his daughter, his idea, David Patrick Kelly's going to try to find a phone, tell the bad guys what's up, and his daughter dies. Well, he shouldn't be taking time to stop to pick up Rae Dawn Chong. Is that, sorry, Arnold, you need to pick her up because she has to be in the rest of the movie. So, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I guess it just went by so quick I never thought of it. But yeah, that doesn't make sense. Like, why does he pick her up? I mean, whatever. But yeah, they crash into David Patrick Kelly, threatens him. You gotta worry about gravity. This is my bad arm. Or, remember, so I probably kill you last, I lied. Now, throughout the film, there are a couple screw-ups, so the film is not as polished. Well, I would say Rambo 2 is a bit more polished movie. This one, there's a few screw-ups. If you notice, when Arnold lifts the car, David Patrick Kelly's car, the side is smushed up. It's fucked up. But when they drive away, you just see that that side is now fixed, is now fine. So again, in one shot, the side of the car looks all fucked up. Then the next shot, it looks perfectly fucking fine. So yeah, I did, but yeah, I think this is back to the days of theaters and maybe VHS, and you wouldn't be able to see that stuff. Same with at the end of the film, when Arnold's shooting the bad guys and then throws the grenade. They have these things called flippers, where a person's on it, and then it flips and the people fly up. You just see the flippers go, and you see them like on the ground, flipping the people up. So it's kind of like distracting that you can see those things. So again, it's not as polished as Rambo 2, but it is what it is. But then you have the bit with Bill Duke, which is a fun scene. They have a good banter back and forth. They work well. Fuck you, asshole. Gives a big old punch to Bill Duke. He gets impaled. Gets some information from what he has on him. Then the movie slows down a bit. But, I mean, I guess to give audience a breather. Because we just had the stuff with David Patrick Kelly. We just had him fighting all the guards, then go out to David Patrick Kelly, then the fight with Bill Duke, so we calmed down a bit. It's pretty much them sneaking in, getting some coordinates. You have the fun scene where they enter the arsenal ammo shop, which happens to have a fucking rocket launcher with like the one with the four of them. I love that. I forget the exact terminology of that specific weapon. But like, do they have all these? Do they have those type of guns too at those shops? Arnold gets arrested. I like that I like this bit. It's a fun bit where she tries to shoot, but she shoots the wrong way. Because I think that makes the audience. It gives a nice chuckle. Like, of course, why would she know exactly how to handle it? Okay, she would make a mistake like that. I wouldn't say it puts a believability, but it puts, a bit of a charm to it. They get to where they need to go. She flies them out, because thankfully she knows how to fly too. So, very lucky for Arnold. And then Arnold goes to the beach, gears up, hero moment, and goes in and kills everybody. Bill Paxton's in the film as a guy looking at the radar when they're flying in. We lost him, sir. So, it's all cool. I mean, he's only in for like 30 seconds, but always cool to see Bill Paxton in there. So, I don't know if Arnold or someone else said, hey, how about you get Bill Paxton in here or something? I don't know. And the finale is a whole lot of fun. I mean, that finale alone is worth watching. He has these scenes that shoot knives. Como está? And shooting people with knives. He sets up explosives. Including places there's no way he could fucking set the explosives up. When he blows everything up, people look at where everything's at. There's even, like, imagine a tower. The top of the tower blows up. So did he climb all the way up, put a bomb there, and climb all the way down? Like, you see, like, again, he's sending explosives, but when he blows everything up, look at every place that explodes. Think of, he had to go to every, including, again, the top of the tower. Again, did he climb all the way up? And then climb all the way down? So, they didn't care. Just blow his shit up. But man, I mean, I love that rocket launcher. I wish movies would use that kind of weapon again. The four loaded rocket launcher. That looks so cool. If I did a movie, I'd put something like that in. I'd do a Ninja Turtle movie. I'd have Raphael do it. I love that stuff. Sally only had two left, but and one he had to blow up a door. But he does blow up a jeep full of people. Now, if you had this with the violence of Rambo 4, I mean, it's still a violent movie, but imagine you had the violence of Rambo 4 and you had that rocket and just like blow all these people to bloody smithereens. That'd be even crazier. See, if Arnold did a sequel Commando, but it was done like Rambo 4 in terms of violence, that would have been the sequel I'd see. But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, the whole finale's fun. I mean, he's using like every weapon he can. He's got the pistol, he's got the machine guns, the Uzis, he got the shotguns, grenades. He gets to a tool shed. He's got to use, like, he uses saws to scalp people, machete to cut people's arms, pitchfork. If you watch the director's cut, some of that is actually even more violent. I think he does like a saw and you see more up close to like going to a guy's neck. And I think when he cuts the arm off, you see the arm bleed a bit more. I know that scene is even more violent in the director's cut version. But yeah, which I don't know if that's on Blu-ray. I don't think this film's ever done a 4K. Which I'm bit surprised by that hasn't gotten their 4K. Wonder why. Well, maybe the studio, that's why. So, still, come on. Why this doesn't have like a big... I mean, when Commando came out, there was a DVD with features, but this should have like the bells and whistles version. Come on now. What's the deal? And it's the anniversary. But hey, what do I know? But he's cutting arms off. He gets the M60 machine gun. He kills everybody. They can't hit him. He hits all of them. You know, it is what it is. I know it's unrealistic, folks, but this is my type of comic book movie. This is my kind of superhero movie. These are the comic book movies I grew up with. Death Wish 3, Rambo 2, Commando. These were my comic book films. And you just blood squibs and shooting people, and this is my kind of action. These are my kind of action heroes. One cut I thought was weird was there's a bit where he shoots a bunch of people with the M60. He's in a hallway, he shoots another guy with an M60. The very next scene, he has a shotgun. I don't know where he got the shotgun from, because he was carrying M60. He didn't show that it was empty. He had no other weapons on him. But the very next shot, he has a shotgun. When he jumps and lands on the two and busts a guy through the glass. Then he's got down on the ground and someone's got an M16. He's like using... And then goes and kills Dan Hedaya. But I'm like, where did that shotgun come from? I don't know. He pulled it out of his ass? It makes me wonder, even the director's cut, they didn't show any. I wonder if there was something cut out in between. Or they just weren't paying attention. It's like, yeah, fuck it, yeah, you got a shotgun here. Maybe it was just a mistake, I don't know. That's what I mean, there's certain things, like, he went from M60 and then he has a shotgun that he didn't have before. So again, sometimes a little bit, you know, not the most polished of things. But these are like little nitpicks. They bust through, shotguns the guy. I have a feeling that was probably a bit more violent in the original cut. Fights Vernon Wells. And he's a lot of fun as Bennett. He's a lot of fun. It was supposed to be a different actor. I forget which actor. But he took the costume. The costume didn't really fit him. So it's a little bit more tight than it should. But he's a lot of fun with just how... I don't need the gun. I don't need the girl. I'm gonna kill you now. He's just so hyper and excitable and personality. When villains had personality, when villains were memorable, whether you're Hans Gruber's, Lance Henriksen from Hard Target, you're a fucking buffalo. Vernon Wells as Bennett. We had villains that you actually remember and give a shit. Not fucking running them. Like, for a review, I saw Peppermint from 2018 with Jennifer Garner. You can't remember a fucking thing about those villains. Not a damn thing. But man, you look at fucking Bennett, you remember. I'm not gonna shoot you between the eyes. I'm gonna shoot you between the balls. And the fight he has, you're dead man, John? Bullshit. It gets the audience into it. It gets them to participate in the film. There are so many moments that the audience can go, yeah, or get him, or yeah, cheer, or laugh. Participate and engage the viewer. I think Commando did that very well. Throws the thing, impales him, let off some steam, Bennett. Gets the girl. Hey, Kirby and the military arrived too late. Leave anything for us? Only bodies. Till the next time, John. No chance. I do like the song at the end. We fight for love. Very... It's rock, and it's kind of like a rock anthem. Some way, somewhere, somehow. I think it's somewhere, somehow, someone. Somewhere, somehow, someone, really gets your blood pumping. And again, it's 80-some minutes long. When it comes October, I'm going to try to get the guys at Dead Pit to do a fucking commentary on Commando. Just like, we gotta do it. We gotta do it, you know. It's Commando, man. Sally missed it on Rambo 2. Gotta do a Commando, man. But this movie's a lot of fun. I could watch this anytime. And I know for a while there was that thought that this was meant to be... Well, like Die Hard was meant to be a secret Commando, but then people say, no, that actually wasn't true, and that was misconstrued. It was based on this and that, so... I do know there was talks of a Commando 2, and I don't know if he still watches, but... there's a guy who... Jack Craven was his name. I never hear from him, so I hope he's doing well. I hope he's doing okay. I didn't never hear from him anymore. But he was a nice guy that would have a lot of information about scripts that weren't made. And he would talk about Commando 2. That it was going to be a bigger film, and something about how, like, at the end, it was about cocaine, and cocaine would litter the field, the Hollywood Hills, or... Like, it was like a big, big action film. I don't know why there's never a sequel Commando. It was a hit. Like, the Terminator was a hit. I think with a sequel, it wouldn't be as big as Terminator 2, but I think the sequel could have made more money because people enjoyed the first one so much and considered one of Arnold's classics, along with the Terminator. And I mean, so many people, when they talk about their favorite Arnold films, Commando is brought up a lot. So the fact there's never a sequel, I thought was a bit of a missed opportunity. So, you know, if people ask, like, what's a film that should have had a sequel, I usually say, like, Cobra 2, Dread 2 with Carl Urban, Commando 2 would be in there. I mean, if you did a sequel... Like, okay, I like Red Heat, but imagine if that was, like, instead, like, a sequel to Commando. I mean, it's 3 years later... He did Predator and the Running Man, you know. Or 89. If not 80, then 89. That could have been cool. Because, I mean, I don't know. Tremor, did Arnold do something in 89? Total Recall was 1990. Twins was 88, I think. Kindergarten Cop was 90. I don't know if he did anything in 89. So, I mean, 89? I mean, that'd be a way to end the 80s, would be Commando 2, man. I wish there was a sequel, but it is what it is. But yeah, this is always fun to watch, always fun to revisit this. It's a classic. With that said, thanks for watching, take care, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.